Hi everyone, it's Mitch, and it is Tuesday, January 1st, 2019, here with your free live show. Of course, we're here live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Our best bets always over at sportschatexperts.com. So, of course, lots of free picks. Today we do at least 3 free picks on this show every single day. We got free picks on every single game over at Sports Chat Place. We got NBA, college basketball, all in action today. College football, of course, and talking to all the guys over in the Facebook group and women, guys and ladies and gentlemen. I don't know, we got to figure this out because gals are terrible. But we'll figure something out with that. Maybe that'll be our goal for 2019. It's the way to address everybody the best possible way. But one thing that we do know is that I've been talking to everybody in the Facebook group this morning, and I don't know. To me, it's amazing maybe how little college football we've watched together or something. I know Sam, I know my dog Sam and I have watched every single game this season, but it seems like you guys, I don't know, maybe you missed the games or just watching too much ESPN listening to these announcers. I think you guys make a lot of good points as far as like who the picks are and stuff like that, but some of the analysis, I mean, I don't even know what the hell you guys are. Are we watching the same game? I mean, have we watched the same season? I mean, someone in here, and I'm not going to call out any specific names, saying that all SEC teams played the toughest schedules this year. I say bullshit on that one. Alabama played a joke of a schedule this season. Absolutely hideous. They played a few tough games. Obviously, they had LSU, they had Georgia in the championship game, but outside of those two games, they really didn't play much this season, and they caught most of the teams when they were down. That they did have to play maybe, Texas A&M and, Mississippi State. They caught them when they were down, but, this is a team that gave up, almost 30 points to Arkansas. They did not play a tough schedule. I think any of the top teams would have blitzed through the schedule that they had for the most part. And, I believe LSU played a tough schedule, but, opening with Washington, and, but Alabama certainly did not, and neither did every single team in the SEC. I mean, it doesn't even make sense. People saying Urban Meyer might retire. I mean, Urban Meyer's retired. I mean, it's clear. They've named his successor. It's, his office is packed. It's, this is his last game at Ohio State. It's crystal clear. Iowa, so another one, Manny says that Iowa's tight end is out. He's pretty good. No. Iowa has 2 tight ends that are out, and they're both their 2 best players today. So, a lot of factors in these games. Of course, I got premium picks on all of them, but guys and ladies and everyone, it's like, let's keep the facts straight. Also, David, who generally is at least he has an opinion on every game. He gets hot and cold like the rest of us. But he said that Jake Browning is a good quarterback. No, they don't. The SEC does not put more players in the NFL. So there you're wrong. They absolutely do not. Look at the Hall of Fame. Look at anything. The SEC does not put the most players in the NFL. Absolutely not. The ACC does, and it's usually not even close. So it's all deception. He's not normally cold, David. He has an opinion, and I respect that. At least he puts it out there, which is a lot better than a lot of people do who post these tickets after the games. And we're going to really stick to the rules in 2019 as far as in the Facebook group. So if you want to contribute, everyone is welcome. Just read those rules and let's stick to them. If you're asking about a game, you got to give your opinion on that game, not just say Jets ? And if you post tickets after the game is over, it's not the way we do things. Anyways, yeah, nobody cares if you lost by a point. Nobody cares if you hit a parlay yesterday. Nobody cares. Not one person. Hey, Lamont, good morning. Happy New Year. Anyways, let's get to the games. So I didn't give out a pick in the Citrus Bowl, Penn State against Kentucky. Found this one extremely tough to look at. Can't stand either of these teams. I don't think that, when we look at who are the top teams in the nation, and, if there were, the way that I've looked at it, it's like, if there was a playoff, would these teams be in it? And Kentucky and Penn State, neither of them would be in it. So, if they're worthy of a New Year's Day bowl, I don't really think so. So it's this is the garbage game. It's up against two other games. The Outback Bowl, the Mississippi State-Iowa game, which we've been talking about in the Facebook group. And it's also up against the Fiesta Bowl, which is always a nighttime game, and this year it's during the day, which is weird. They just don't want to put it up against the Sugar Bowl because you got Texas playing in it. When you have Texas, it's like, you have a team that's that popular. They want to steer clear of that one. But, in this one, though, Kentucky up against Penn State. Once again, a lot of people in the Facebook group talking about the whole Big Ten versus SEC and matchup and all that stuff. I like Penn State in this one. You guys know I haven't backed Penn State much at all. I've kind of been, pretty negative on Penn State, and I've been negative on the Big Ten in general, but I like Penn State a lot in this one. They got a senior quarterback who has played a lot of games. He's not like a senior quarterback that sat on the bench or anything like that. And I know Jake Browning in Washington, we've had this discussion already. He's a senior quarterback that's been surrounded by superstars, and he sucks, right? He can't get the ball to any of them with any kind of regularity unless he hands it to them. But I just think that Penn State having that edge, I know Kentucky's going to be fired up, and, it's Stoops' team, and, they play in a lot of emotion and things like that. Penn State is ranked 12th in the country, and Kentucky is 14th. I don't think either, this is the argument against the playoff, that if either of these teams would have been in it, I mean, why? Doesn't make any sense at all. But, anyways, we're going to take Penn State in this one. I'll lay the 6 points. I don't think Kentucky has what it takes. I know they have a strong running game, but I believe they're out for this one. I'll take Penn State and lay the 6. Of course, we do at least 3 free picks on this show every single day. Our best bets over at sportschatexperts.com. SportsChatPlace.com, Premium and Premium Plus. We have the new site design. It should be coming out any day now. Man, we had a couple glitches. Of course, Happy New Year to everybody out there. We're all 0-0, right, to start the year. No one's had a game yet this season. So we all get a clean slate for the year. See if we can make it a good one. I was looking at the site traffic over the years. And, man, I wonder if I could show you guys something. Let me see if I can do it. No. Oh, man. I don't know what I did there. Okay. I think I'm back. Anyways. I don't know. Yeah. I don't look at yesterday's game, so it's tough to know. But one of the games that happened yesterday that I'll tell you, Utah against Northwestern, of all the games, that to me was the biggest shock. I know people don't like, I know a lot of people don't like the Pac-12 or whatever, but that Utah team is really good. And the fact that Northwestern was able to come back on them, they didn't really force the turnovers. To be honest, I think Utah kind of just got very, very, very sloppy. And what happened to Utah this year, and I know a lot of you guys don't follow college football as much as I do, but what we saw in Utah was a team whose quarterback was knocked out for the season, so they were playing a freshman, in yesterday's game, and it kind of caught up with them in the end, but hats off to Northwestern for grinding. You know, they were down 20-3. They had every reason to quit in that game, and they came up with the big goal line stance. Anyways. Let's get to another pick. I'm still arguing with people in the Facebook group. Good way to start the season, right? Start the year. I'm involved in the Facebook group, so those of you that haven't joined our Facebook group, you're missing out. I'm involved in the discussion just as much as everybody else in there. I have a good time with it. I just told one of the guys in there that he knows absolutely nothing about college football. So, those of you that have tried to join the Facebook group and have been denied, a lot of times it's because you have a profile that looks fake, or you don't have a profile picture, or no friends, or anything like that. We keep it on the up and up there, so that would be a reason why you would be denied. If you're watching us on YouTube, I don't demand it, but I just ask if you. Those of you that have tried to join the. If you could hit the thumbs up, it's greatly appreciated. I know we always have some trolls there that love to hit the thumbs down. I don't know what they try and prove, but I don't think banning is I would love to do a show and not have to ban anybody. I would like to just do the show and get the hell out of here, but to be honest with you, and do the picks and put everybody on winners. That's what the show is for. I don't enjoy banning people. I don't enjoy it at all. It makes me not want to do the show anymore, is what it does. I do this because I love it, not for any other reason. It's giving me an unbelievable life, to do the show, the site, betting on sports in general. All of these things have given me an incredible life, and I thank you guys all for being part of it. But, as far as like banning people and stuff like that, it makes me not want to do the show at all, is what it does. It doesn't, I don't enjoy it at all. It makes me not want to do it. But anyways, if you guys are watching on YouTube, if you could hit the thumbs up, greatly appreciated. We got 3 people that hit the thumbs down. So, anyways, let's get to another game. Just trying to read through the comments real quick. Like I said, we got a lot of new things coming up at Sports Chat Place. We have a new site design and all kinds of things like that. It's just taken a little while just to get it up because we want to make sure that it's functioning exactly properly when it does go up. Let's do another college football game. Got Texas up against Georgia in the Sugar Bowl, and the total in this one is set at 59. I could see this one going over. I could see a track meet in this game. I could see this one being back and forth and back and forth. I think Georgia's defense is soft. I've said it all season long. They're fast. They have talent, but they're soft. They don't have, like, the guts. And, Texas has those big wide receivers that we saw them, be able to create plays against a soft defense, like when they played Oklahoma and they played some of these other Big 12 defenses. I just think that we could see scoring. And, of course, that Georgia offense, they have so much speed with Swift and Holyfield and just, all these great players that I mean, every time one of them touches the ball, it looks like they're going to go all the way, right? Almost every single time. So 59 times. I mean, if people want to hit the thumbs down, then so much, we're not going to pound them for it. But anyways, we took the over in the Sugar Bowl, Georgia against. We're out of space on our paper that we use on here. Maybe we should have started with a new sheet of paper for 2019, but this one's been pretty good. So we took 6 and over 9 in the sugar. Okay. Of course, we do free picks every single game, every single day at Sports Chat Place, and our best bets always over at Sports Chat Experts. We do this live show every single day. Once in a while, I'm traveling. So Friday, I'm traveling. So it's going to be at a different time. We'll have to figure it out. I think it's going to be at like 9 a.m. or something. So either that or we'll have to do the separate shows, like one on Facebook and one on YouTube. We'll just skip Twitter that day, the Periscope show. Or we'll just do it all at once. We'll figure it out. But Friday is a travel day for me. So I'm heading out to Vegas. So if anyone's heading out there, going to be out there for the championship game or anything like that, let me know. I want to talk about some of these head coaching jobs real quick before we get into some NBA picks. Manny Diaz was just on ESPN. You guys know I generally do not watch pregame shows, but I heard he was going to be on. I heard some of these other coaches were going to be on. And here's my opinion. I wasn't thrilled about the Manny Diaz hire in Miami. You guys know I'm a Miami guy. I'm from Miami. I grew up with Miami. Miami is my team. And what we're going to do is if you give out my picks and say like who my dog of the day is and stuff like that, what we do is we throw you out of the group. So that's, the way things work. But anyways, what's his picks? Yeah, the thing is, Jameel, you show up on time to the show, and I say this every day. You subscribe to the YouTube channel. You click the little bell in the upper right-hand corner, and you get notified when I go live. And then we recap at the end. But what we don't do is stop the show in the middle to give out picks to people that were late. Yeah, and we don't have anybody that gives out the picks to other people. And if you do that, what happens is we have to ban you from the group. So, Carlos, we'll see ya. It's been nice knowing ya. Anyways, so Manny Diaz was on ESPN this morning, and I really liked all the things that he said. I was not excited about the hire of Manny Diaz because he doesn't have head coaching experience, and I think that in Miami, they've always had a lot more success when they bring in coaches that have head coaching experience. And Butch Davis was right down the street, and they could have brought him in. He's the greatest evaluator of talent that there is in the history of college football. But the thing is that I liked what Manny Diaz said. He said, we have to get back to being Miami football. And I think Mark Richt said those things, but he didn't do it. And Manny Diaz did bring back that aggression on defense. I think they still need some size on the defensive line, but he said they're gonna be aggressive on offense, and they need to get back to being aggressive. And I think that on both sides of the ball, and there's an attitude that in Miami football, and those of you guys out there that are from Miami, and I know we got a lot of us out there, like me, and when we talk to other fans from around the country, they don't understand our game. They don't understand our game at all. Like when the Miami fans threw a bottle through the Notre Dame bus window, that's our game. That is our game. And it's like 15-yard roughing the passer to start the game by the Miami defense. That is our game. That's our game. We send a message and we get it done. And I think that that's Hurricane football. So anyways, Dana Holgerson to Houston. He hit the ceiling at West Virginia. But anyways, Manny Diaz says he's bringing an offensive coordinator that can bring it. Dirk Cutter was already fired, Lamont, so you're a couple days behind on that. He was fired on Sunday. Today's Tuesday. Thug football? It's not thug football. People call it thug football because they win. There's no anything thug about it. I mean, you want to see thug football, look at the way Alabama's playing, and look at the way Clemson's playing. All that, they're all thugs, right? It's like, doesn't make any sense. Anyways, let's get back to the free picks. I know that. Those of you watching on YouTube, if you could hit the thumbs up, it'd be greatly appreciated. Of course, we do at least 3 free picks every single day. We recap at the end of the show for those of you guys that were late. So we did 2 college football picks to start the show, and let's go to this game between the Clippers and the Sixers. The Sixers in the middle of a road trip, but they've actually been playing pretty well on this, but generally 7-11 on the road this season, just 6-12 against the number. The Clips, 12-5 at home and 11-6 against the number. They're laying 3 here. I think the number is about right, but I still think the Clippers may be a small edge here. And I'll give the Clippers as a free pick minus the 3 points. The Clippers have just been a better team with Lou Williams back in there, and I believe that they'll continue to be that way. I think the Sixers have shown that Jimmy Butler has integrated in with the team nicely now, and he's actually become has become part of the the 76ers lost by 30 last time out, but they were playing on a back-to-back with half their guys out, right? So, I mean, it's going to happen. I generally go against the Sixers because they're a very public play, So they lost last time to Portland. They were missing half their team. They beat Utah as a 4.5-point dog by 25, right? So they lost by Boston in overtime. That was on Christmas Day. I gave out Boston for premium members. They beat Toronto 126-101, so they beat the Raptors by 25. They beat the Knicks by 22. So this is a team that's clearly playing a little bit better than they were before, and I think that Embiid was out last game. So I think that Jimmy Butler, though, has shown that he's starting to blend and be an asset for this Sixers team. The problem is that Lou Williams is the best fourth quarter player in the NBA. If you look at the statistics of every single player in the NBA, the best is Lou Williams. It's not even close. Anyways, we'll take the Clippers here and we'll lay the 3 points. Let's see what else is going on in the NBA. I have 3 premium picks, plus I gave out a dog of the day, so I think we're clear on the NBA. Let's look at college hoops. Usually New Year's Day is good, and of course, this is where we kind of turn the corner in college hoops. This is when things get good, because in college hoops, this is where conference play starts, is after New Year's. So this is when the dogs come out. This is when I love it, right? And I mean, it's a small card today, but look at these games. We got Notre Dame, Virginia Tech early, and St. John's and Marquette later on. St. John's 12-1 this season. Marquette 11-2, 9-1. In their last 10, but just 0-1 against the number on the road this season. 8-5 against the spread. Meanwhile, St. John's just 2-5 against the number at home. We gave college football picks already, and we'll recap them at the end of the show. If you click on the little bell, you're watching us on YouTube, so if you click on the little bell in the upper right-hand corner, you'll get notified when I go live, so you could have caught those picks already and been out of here if that's what you wanted to do. But we've covered college football already. We did NBA, and now we're on college basketball, and then we'll wrap it up and do a recap. But anyways, if you're watching us on YouTube, if you could hit that thumbs up, I'd greatly appreciate it. I see almost 200 people on there. So we can get to a good amount of thumbs up. I'm not like one of these guys say, I need to see 1,000. Someone spammed our Facebook group yesterday, and they post some video, some guy saying, it's a cash giveaway. It's a cash giveaway. It's like, in our Facebook group, some guy doing a live show talking about some kind of cash giveaway, and he's like, I need to see 1,000 thumbs up, or else I'm not doing it. It's like, I am not going to ever beg you guys to hit the thumbs up or beg you guys for reviews on iTunes of our podcast or anything like that. It will never, ever happen. I will incentivize you guys. I'll give you guys t-shirts, hats, and things like that if you do it, but I ain't going to beg you to do it. And it's like, but if you're watching us on YouTube and you hit the thumbs up, I'll say I appreciate it. I think that, we deliver on a daily basis here on a live show. If you want me to continue doing it, then show it. But anyways, Marquette has been rolling. They've won 8 in a row, including that pounding of Buffalo. But all these games have been at home. Kansas State, another tough team. Wisconsin, overtime. But all these at home. North Dakota. When we look at St. John's, the one loss that they have was at Seton Hall. They were getting 3 points in that game, and I think we took Seton Hall in that on the live show, if I'm not mistaken. So, Marquette has played a much, much tougher schedule here. They have the neutral site wins, St. John's does, against VCU, 87-86 in overtime, and then they beat Cal, who's terrible. They beat them 82-79. I got news for you. Marquette's the better team here. I think that St. John's at home on New Year's Day, all that stuff is nice factors. But when you look at who's actually the better team this year, it's Marquette. So getting the points, I think this could be a 1-point game if St. John's wins. So I'll take Marquette plus the 1.5, and that'll be my last pick for today's show. So, anyways, if you're watching us on YouTube or if you're watching us on Facebook and you're coming in late or on YouTube Periscope. If you subscribe to our YouTube channel, click on the bell in the upper right-hand corner. You'll get notified when I go live. So you won't be late. You won't have to show up late and say, hey, what were the picks? What were the picks, right? But anyways, yeah, we're going to have all sorts of giveaways, hats, shirts, all sorts of stuff in the new year. We've just been working on some other things behind the scenes, but the next thing is the hats and the shirts and all that stuff. I have an assistant coming on who's going to handle all the mailing and all that other stuff. The mailing is really the hard part when it comes to the hats and the shirts. It's not them paying for the shirts or the hats. You guys have supported me in the site for so long. Whether you've ever bought anything at all or whether you just show up and, give me a thumbs up on YouTube or, come by the site and read some articles. You guys have supported us and I can't thank you enough for that. So, it cost me, $10 or something for a shirt and to mail it out to you. I don't give a shit. I'll gladly pay thousands and thousands of dollars so everybody can get a shirt and a hat. And we'll make sure that everybody does get one this year. We'll get a new design and everything made. Anyways, let's recap. So that's one of my New Year's resolutions for this year is that we will have at least a shirt giveaway and a hat giveaway. We'll do at least shirts. We'll do shirts and hats. What the hell? New Year's resolution 1 and 2. Shirt giveaway and hat giveaway by March Madness. Okay, by the 1st of March, we'll have that. Anyways, first pick was Penn State -6 in the Citrus Bowl. Second pick was the over 59 in the Sugar Bowl. That one's Georgia and Texas. Our next pick was the Clippers -3 in the NBA, and then we took Marquette plus 1.5. We're here every single day at around 10:45, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Friday, we're going to be at a different time. It's probably going to be early, so we'll do it then. I'm traveling, so that's going to be the time. It's kind of a light schedule anyway for Friday. It's good NBA, so we'll definitely do a show, but it's light college hoops. We'll definitely do a show. We'll just have to figure it out. Maybe we'll come on at halftime of one of these bowl games, but it just seems that it's hard for the college football bowl games because they all start at different times, and none of them are kind of as big as the championship. But if we see a game where there's some kind of action where we can see a big reversal or a big play for the second half, like that Texas A&M game, I should have come on and given it out. But I don't know what I was thinking. I was kind of just doing some other things. But anyways, we're here every single day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. If you subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit that notifications button. You'll get notified when I go live. So days like Friday, where I'm not really sure what time we're going live, you'll at least get notified. But more than likely, it's going to be early. It's going to be like 9:30, 10 o'clock. Or it's going to be separate shows. Anyways, have a great day, everyone. And I'll see you guys I'll see you guys tomorrow or later on during halftime.